So I got a message saying I'm starting to feel really uncomfortable in clinical placement. So this is from a student. The staff, the radiographers, are making me feel unwanted, like I'm not meant to be there or I shouldn't be there. They're not supporting me. It's a bit of a toxic environment. What do you think I should do? And I've got my man Ed to answer this one.
Well, I think you're in the best position because you're still a student, and it means that you're only there for a moment in time. Now they can't do anything outside governance or outside legality forms, so they have to sign your documents and they have to give you right of passageway.
Exactly.
Because you're a student. And because you're a student, you're lucky that you're only there for a moment of time.
Yeah.
It would be worse, I think, if you were a full member of staff, because these situations happen where people try to push each other out because they want to slowly create a culture in that specific department, and you might not feel, or you might not fit in part of the culture that they want to create. Yeah. But a lot of the times these departments aren't owned by these cultural people. They're owned by government or the private business who, if they got a whiff of a culture being created there, they'd probably want to get rid of it themselves. Yeah. So what I would say is don't let no one pressure you away from your plate, because your plate of food will always try to be bullied because somebody wants to eat more, or somebody wants to put a friend there, or somebody wants to put a cousin into that same position.
There's always people trying to take the position away from you.
Yeah, and they won't ever say it directly because obviously it's illegal. So they can't say, oh, my nephew wants to have a job here, so I'm trying to, let's push so-and-so out so we can give that role. They'll never say that. But what they'll try to do,
make you feel unwanted.
Unwanted. Don't ever, ever, ever leave a place or a plate until you have the next plate cooking, because you owe that to yourself. You need to eat food, and I think I've done that mistake before where I've left before I had the next plate ready. The only person who struggled, bro, was me and my family, not the person or the people who pushed me out. And the amount of times I wish that they just stayed there and even made a bigger smile, because if it was pissing them off that I was smiling a little bit, I should have just smiled a little more. And I think that's what I would say to people. You owe it to yourself to find an environment where you feel valued. So don't stay nowhere in the idea that I'm going to purposefully create conflict and stay here to fight this. But you owe it to yourself to find a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel appreciated, where you feel valued, where you feel like your work is being appreciated. Because you're spending 50% of your life at your work environment, and you have got to have that good energy coming around there, because you end up taking that energy home. So what I would say is just don't let no one pressure you until you find that environment, because you might need your clinical experiences.